Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Nothing's Penrose or Sam here, and today is the second day in my week of videos. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically where I post a video every day for the next 5 or 6 days. And this is, if you don't know why I'm doing this, then go check out my previous video. It'll explain all that, and it also explains why I haven't been posting the last 2 weeks. So let's get right into the topic. And today's topic is enjoying video games. And I was inspired to do this when I realized I wasn't having as much fun playing Xbox as I normally do. Like, it just didn't seem as interesting to me, and I wasn't really sure why. And also, because I wasn't having as much fun, I wasn't doing very well, and I couldn't get gameplays, and I was going, like, negative, and I don't know. I just wasn't enjoying video games. So I was trying to figure out what was going on. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. So I'm pretty sure most of you have hit this point at some time or other when you've been playing Xbox, or even just like in sports, I guess, or I don't know, just like in any sort of aspect of your life. And the thing is, you hit this kind of like a plateau once you have been doing the same thing over and over again. And the reason I think that I hit this plateau in Xbox was because I was just using like the Remington and the MTA-RX and that sort of stuff in Ghosts, and I'd been using those sort of guns, like just the really overpowered ones, and I was just getting bored. So the thing I did to fix this was I started doing some other things, like I was using one of the snipers to quickscope, I think it was the USR, and I just started switching up games. So I went back to Modern Warfare 3, I played some face-off 1v1 in that, and I had a lot of fun. And that was probably like one of my favorite games of all time, Modern Warfare 3, just because of the whole face-off thing. I really enjoyed that. But anyways, so I just started mixing it up a little bit. I went and played some Black Ops 2, played some gun game, and it just really helped me because I started enjoying video games again, and like I started doing better in my games, and I was back to my old self, and I was not going negative like hardly at all. So it just really helped me, and that's like what you guys can do. So let's say I'm gonna use soccer as an example just because I haven't talked about that in a while. So let's say you just start sucking really bad at soccer and you used to be really good, but you just hit that plateau. Well, then just try some new things, like try and get your coach to put you in a different position. Like if you always play defense or goalie or something, try and be a forward or midfield, any one of those positions. And if you don't know like the soccer terms, then you could use like, what's a sport that almost everybody plays or knows about? I guess you could use basketball. I mean, like, instead of, let's say I don't really know any of the positions in basketball, but if you always are the point guard, then you could like switch positions. Just try some new things in whatever aspect of life that is. Like in school, just try and do some new study habits or something. Like if you're just not doing as well on tests, then just mix it up. Because I know a lot of people are afraid of change, and change is actually really good. I could do an entire video on change just because of how like helpful it is in life and just what it can do for you. But basically, if you just keep doing the same thing over and over again, you don't enjoy it as much. That happens for everyone. So if you mix it up and like do the opposite of something. So if you always walk home on one path, then walk home on a different path, and it'll just get you thinking about it. Because once you do something a lot, your brain does it without thinking, and then it doesn't help you. Like everything you do that you think about, it improves your ability to think and like how fast you can think. And it's kind of like training. So like if you do something in a sport over and over again, then you'll get better at it until you reach a certain point. So if you just do things that challenge yourself, then you'll continue to enjoy them, because that's why we have fun. To have fun, it's not like most people think to have fun you have to be successful, but to have fun you just have to challenge yourself. Because if you think about it, if you play bots on Recruit in like combat training every single day instead of multiplayer, it won't challenge you at all, and you'll get like chem strikes every life. And after maybe like 10 games of doing amazing, because that's being considered successful. If you go like 75-0 in combat training, that's considered successful because you did better than the opponents, and you did better than like maybe another score you had, so that's like being successful. But once you do that for about 10 games, then you'll start to get bored and you won't really enjoy it that much, because like, I don't know, for me anyways, after like 1 or 2 games of combat training, I think it's pretty fun. But then after like a few games, it gets extremely boring because you know exactly where the bots are going to spawn, you know exactly where they're going to go, and you know that like you don't have to shoot them right away because they won't fire, and you can just like dodge and you can run up behind them, that sort of stuff. So you know exactly what they're going to do. But once you go on multiplayer with other people, then they're not stupid like the bots. They can come up with different tactics, they can flank you, they can hide behind walls, they can lean, that sort of stuff. So it's challenging, and you have to actively think about what you're doing just to like get a few kills. Because if you're just not really paying attention at all, you're gonna do really bad. But there is a point where you're thinking too hard about it, and it's kind of hard because you have to get a happy medium. Because you don't want to think too much, because if you think too much, you're gonna overanalyze what you're doing. I don't know if this is making a lot of sense, but basically, if you think, let's say, I don't know, what's a sport? Like, I'm going to use swimming because I'm a swimmer, so I understand that. But basically, if I try too hard in swimming, or like I think too much about something, I don't do as well as I would if I just like focus on the things I need to focus on, but I don't like think about every single thing about my stroke. So but then if I don't think about it all, then I'll do not as well. So you just gotta hit that like in-between point, and if you do that for all aspects of your life, then you'll be a lot happier of a person, and you'll just enjoy life a lot more. So just remember that once you hit like a plateau and you're not having as much fun, just mix it up. So like if you like, it might be kind of hard to come up with some examples yourself. So for, let's say in Call of Duty, I don't know, like if you're just hit that plateau, right? Well, for a change, you could only use pistols for like 3 levels or something like that. Or you could use like a marksman rifle with some really weird attachments, that sort of stuff. And just try and challenge yourself, like and like this can actually make you a better Call of Duty player too, or whatever, like a better sports player. But I'm going to continue using Call of Duty as an example because that's probably why you're on this channel, because it has Call of Duty content. And yeah, so let's say if you use the Remington, because that thing is basically a laser gun. You don't have any recoil, and if you keep using that, then and your accuracy isn't very good, try and use something like the ARX with no attachments or something, because that gun has a lot of recoil. So just use that, and then you'll be so used to like trying to compensate for the recoil. If you use the Remington again, like after maybe 4 or 5 games, then you're gonna do way better with it, because you already like know how to aim for a gun that has really high recoil. So if you have no recoil, it's just gonna improve your aim even more. So just remember to change up them. I cannot talk at all. But anyways, so just remember to change up some things in your life, because it'll just make it more interesting. And if you have any more questions, post them in the comments and I'll try and answer those. And then also, if you didn't remember, in my first video I talked about how you could send in your problems or situations that you want help with. Well, email me at nothingspenrose@gmail.com. Yes, I still use Gmail, but I don't care. Anyways, so message me or email me, and yeah, so thanks for watching. Oh, and I'll try and get back to you within a week. If you message me or comment on one of my videos or anything like that this week, I should put it like in a video within a few days, depending on how many messages I get. So anyways, thanks for watching. That'd be great if you could leave a like and or subscribe. So see you guys later.